Hey Taurus, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your love reading for February 2020. So, I've already pulled a few cards here just to see where you guys are at as we enter February 2020 in terms of relationships, our emotions, and what our goals are as we enter the month. So we're going to talk about that, and then we'll continue pulling and see how this month plays out in love and relationship. If you guys haven't, do be sure to subscribe. Do be sure to check out your monthlies for February. Those are all up. And the yearlies for the whole year. Definitely at least check them out for your rising sign, because then you can see astrologically in terms of the correct houses and stuff, what your year is going to look like and the major themes and events, because there's a lot happening astrologically, like so much. So definitely check that out, guys. Put a lot of effort, work, and research into those videos. And if you haven't, do be sure to subscribe. I do appreciate it, and I thank you guys all for your support. If you want to book a private reading, all the info is always right below this video in the description box. So let's get into this. Your card in terms of where you're at emotionally in love and relationships as we enter February is actually kind of, it's the Five of Cups. And I just feel that we have a lot of disillusionment, a feeling of loss, of disconnection here. I do feel that some people might be having some regrets, wishing you could almost turn back the clock in some type of love situation here. But what you need to realize when you hit the Five of Cups, there's no point in thinking about what was, what could be, what should have been, what might have been. It really asks you to realize that there is more of a dualistic reality here. And for what has happened negatively, there is going to be, a space for you to bring in more positive relationships, more positive things here. So don't cry over the spilled cups. Don't cry over what has been and where, our relationships, our emotional self, where, again, our emotions have been in terms of love here. So we need to kind of see beyond the surface and the detail to really look at the fact that this is much bigger than that. It's like you're focusing on these small details on the Three Cups down, but in a greater sense, we need to move on here because there's a bigger sense, there's bigger lessons. Fives ask you to push through and not get focused again on the details, on the things that have already happened. It's time to look at what we can gain, where we can go now. Because when there's the Five of Cups, two cups have been down. It might feel like there's a giant gate blocking us from moving forward. And we are just mourning that. What do we do? I guess we have to give up here. No, there's always two more cups. There's always more options. There's always an equal giving opportunity of love there left. The two cups. Where you guys have been in terms of your relationships is also kind of an type of place here. It's a lot of... It feels for me repressed emotions. It feels emotionally even blocked and repressing maybe some emotions and feelings about somebody, something here. We might have had something to do with if you guys are in a relationship with a Pisces or have been pining over one. There's issues there. There's a lot of confusion. And again, just this overall feeling of disillusionment in a situation. There's just really this feeling of loss and confusion and inability to express our emotions. So instead it feels that we are repressing them for some reason. There's repressed emotions coming up and not being dealt with, not being spoken. Lapis lazuli comes to me. Maybe it's time to work on our throat chakras. Maybe it's time to work on speaking on how we're feeling instead of, again, repressing it, pushing it down, letting it continue to eat you up from the inside. What our goals, though, are really nice. We want harmony. We want to feel like we're working in collaboration equally with somebody. We want to feel like this is, like we're getting to where we want in terms of a relationship. Like we are valued. I feel the sense that you want to feel valued and loved and really truly cared for in a relationship. You want to know that things are at this balanced, wonderful level. You want to get to your dream wish place. When I get the Four of Wands, for me, it's kind of like the glass ceiling. How do we get there to this perfect place to... this place of harmony, especially in our home life, in our surroundings. You want to feel very aligned with our partner, aligned in your home, aligned in the life that you're living. Things want to feel harmonious and equal here. And maybe some of you are hoping to get to a higher place within a relationship, a higher place of connection, of commitment. So let's look now at how this month plays out with the Morgan Greer deck, how things are going to be playing out. Nothing is popping out. What is going on? Oh, well, that's why. Oh my gosh. You guys really want to take matters into your own hands here this month, for sure. Your goals, your focus, the theme of the month here really is in terms of love and relationships, the world. We're closing out some huge and very major chapters here. Very, very, very major things going on. And when I get the world, I just can't help but feel like, you know, we would like to attain the recognition, the rewards of whatever we have been through. We would like to push through here. We are obviously entering this month at that 5 of Cups and wanting more. We want things to come to completion, to hit that high point. We would like to make the basket here if we're talking about, you know, a sports reference, which I don't think I've ever done here. You want to make the basket. You want to score the goal here. You want to get there, win the game. And, you know, love, you have to remember, in some aspects can come up as a bit of a game, can show up as a game here. But the world says that you put in a lot of earnest labor, haven't you? And obviously with the Knight of Pentacles, you know, this is something that we've put a lot of time, effort, thought into. This is something that it's really hard to just let go of, give up so easily. And it feels like something, I don't know, something has to come to a head here. And I have a feeling that something is going to come to a head this month. That something is going to change and shift. And it might have something to do with career as well, strangely enough. The Magician shows up as as knowing also, you know, whatever is inside you, you can make this a reality. You can change your situation. You have control whether you think it or not. And the theme of this month to remember in terms of love and relationships is that you kind of hold some power here. You get to decide what happens next, and you always do. We all have free will. But there's this ability here to flip a situation if you have confidence. If you feel you can do it, you can take this whatever way you want to, it feels almost. And we'll see what that kind of means here. So let me push some of this stuff out of the way. Sorry, I have all these other decks because I'm going through all the love readings here. So I'm like trying to push things around, but let's see. Let's see how this month plays out in terms of love, in terms of relationship. How do things play out for Taurus this month? What will be happening, the major events, situations in terms of love that they need to know about. Cool. All right. All right, cool, awesome. I don't know, February, I mean, I feel like the retrograde is really, I wanted to hope that it wasn't going to be like this, but it kind of is, a difficult month here, huh? Come on. Oh, one at a time, guys. Oh my gosh, okay. Why do they keep going on the floor? Alright, sorry guys. Let's see what else comes out here. Oh, again with the floor. Okay, but what's this? I'm gonna flip out. Okay. There's a lot happening. So let's see. Ten of Cups reverse is actually your first card out. For some of you, you're feeling like you've lost a chance of a future with somebody. Like there's a missed opportunity. And it feels for some of you like it's taken almost like the wind out of you here. But Ten of Cups reverse is just sadness, loss, guilt for some of you. And I say guilt because maybe third party stuff with the Three of Cups there. You might be putting on a brave front to mask also how emotionally impoverished you felt. How you feel this lack of true love, true companionship, true affection in some way. You're not getting that Ten of Cups as you start this month here. And it also might feel, I don't know, like something has happened. Maybe again, if there's third party stuff, if there's, you know, stuff going on that you're aware of, you're going to be feeling maybe even not that great about it. Like you've indulged in something, but it's kind of starting to bite you back. And Five of Swords shows up, and I do feel when I get that Five of Swords there that there has been some dishonor. Again, we might feel maybe even humiliated, loss. We might be seeing something very silently, picking up our swords and walking away. Some of you might realize, or some of you might be the ones that hurt somebody. For some of you, I mean, I don't know, it could be either way, but I'm getting also the sense that some of you might be telling somebody that it's over in some way. You know, pack your bags, get out. You might not even have much to say, but it's like, that's it. No, like quietly just walking away. And you might be noticing again that you have hurt somebody, and you might not feel very good about it, honestly. It's not like you deserve this, but at the same time, for some of you, you do want to get revenge for somebody that has hurt you here. Maybe even in a third party type of situation. But at the same time, I feel like we've had to step away from something that maybe brought us joy, but wasn't good for us. And we might be feeling, again, this sense of guilt. So again, for those of you who have been in third-party things or talking to somebody, I don't know, having something really happen, or again, if you're not in a third-party thing, regardless, you might have been having some fun with somebody and there's been miscommunication, misreading here. And somebody's ending up hurt here, and it kind of feels like no matter what side you're on, you're going to be feeling something. We want to focus here on what's really going to make us feel secure in a relationship, stable, good. There's also a decade-long shift here. Something has changed. And I say that because this is kind of coming up right near that. I don't know, I just get the sense with the World and the Ten of Pentacles, decade-long stuff, major changing of where you live, your money, your abundance, long-term big stuff, relationship big stuff here. So let's pull some clarifiers before we move on here. Okay? Yeah, this is a sense of separation. There's definitely been some type of separation and loss here with somebody. I feel very strongly that we're not getting communication from somebody, or we haven't been, but is it coming in when retrograde hits? Yes, okay. Communication will come in. Wow. And I think that some of you knew. I don't know. It's interesting. Let's get there. Before I even start on what I'm about to say, let's get there. Let's get on the road here. There. Five of Pentacles is reversed. All that weird Ten of Cups, Three of Cups, Five of Swords, Ten of Pentacles energy. And Five of Coins upright is half of that Ten of Coins. We might be in a bit of a push through. We are looking towards, again, that Ten of Pentacles and saying, I would like to get there, and I'm not going to stick around for what isn't that anymore. So unless you're going to show me materially, show me physically, show me in some type of way that you are truly here, I'm not willing to sit at this I've been waiting here for a while, but what I need is the Three of Pentacles. I need to know that you're on the same page as me, that we're aligned in mind, body, and soul. And in some way, even though that there's this separation, I feel strongly that you feel that there's still this connection. We get Justice. Know again that you are held accountable for your actions, and that again, if you have done some things that have not been so stellar, you might be feeling again guilt, remorse. You might even be receiving your just desserts in that type of situation. Again, a sense of proportion in what you're held accountable for, what's been done. But also, justice to me indicates you might be getting the answers that you want. And I say that because after Justice is the Knight of Cups. You're going to see the truth of something. There will be communication, possibly again, if you are dealing with a water sign, a Cancer or Pisces, especially just because I see a card of Cancer here, and this is my Piscean kind of card. I do think that you will be receiving the, you know, the pokes, the pushes, whatever that is that you've been waiting for from this person. It does seem that there is some type of movement forward. Justice, though, shows you the truth, allows you to see, take away out of the emotion and everything like that. Yes, what is right and wrong. You get to truly see how this person might be feeling. Ace of Wands, the Hierophant, communication. You might be receiving communication that, again, you knew was coming in. New beginnings that you feel almost intuitively, psychically. It's very interesting. And it has you moving forward on this. Again, you're going to get something because you get two aces here. Ooh, this is kind of looking like Pisces reading a little bit. They got a bunch of aces, and you have two aces out already now. And some really nice cards. The Chariot and the Ace of Swords. You have to really look at, again, I think this month, especially as we're in the shadow period, not even so much the retrograde, it's going to be a good time to really assess, analyze what path you want to go on, and does this person match with you? Does this situation really match? Where are we driving this chariot? There's opposing forces here, and we've been trying to control the tension of, you know, I want this, but I'm doing this, and I'm this person, but I'm also doing this. I want to this kind of relationship, but I don't want to commit, or I want more than one thing. I want more than one person. There's a lot of conflicting situations here. The good, the bad, the ugly, I'm also getting. I don't know why I'm just saying that, but anyways, I don't know what that means to some of you, but whatever. Strange tuned in message there. Ace of Swords, though, comes right after, and the Ace of Swords is triumphant. It's a great power. It's a great force coming through. It's decisions. It's in your mind. You know, again, I know it's going to be a yes or a no, a right or a wrong. I know what I'm going to do from now on. I know where we're going to take this energy. It's sharp. It's cutting. It makes a decision. It's quite decisive here. So whether that's information coming in, I don't know. I feel, again, if you're waiting for some type of communication on which way are we going with this, what's happening, it brings clarity to this situation here, that Two of Wands of, I have to sit here and now wait for them to communicate because I don't really know where to go from here. And I don't think that up until this point you could have made a decision. You can't know where to go in this situation for a bit, and you're going to have to take a step back and just let things kind of play out. So I wouldn't make any big decisions. I think that the situation will present itself and fall into place as is necessary. Nine of Cups is at the end. Keep that in mind. What is truly fulfilling for you? What really fills your cups? What makes you feel good? And he is upright, so I actually like it this way. Your situation will come out the way you want it to. And I think, again, you know that. You know that, don't you? So, for those of you waiting for some type of communication, some type of push ahead, where does it take you? Okay. 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 I think, wow. Let me just kind of look at this for a second. Sorry to be quiet, but I think that almost some of you might even need to be a little bit quiet until this comes in. Two of Pentacles reversed. When I get the Two of Pentacles reversed, you know, we're in the middle of change, but something has been dropped here. There's, you know, something coming in that brings some pleasure because you had to finally drop a situation. And again, if you're juggling between two people, I do think you're going to be able to make a decision this month. Or you're going to let go of the need to juggle. And as soon as you kind of let that go and allow this stuff to make their way to you, say, you know, I'm open for this, I'm ready, I'm here, I'm ready for the change. It's coming in. I will look at what you might need to do here, but I don't really feel like there's much that you need to do. Wheel of Fortune and the Star. Things are changing in ways that the universe can only dictate. When I get this, this is like literally divine timing. Divine work is at play here. You've probably manifested this in or have been trying to, working on this, focusing on it, whatever. But something is coming to a head. I really do think so. And the King of Pentacles, Ace of Rods. There's new beginnings for you that are what you want. Long-term, stable, something that's not going to go, maybe with another earth sign, but for me this feels like you have an awakening of passion, and also you have a lot to give right now. You're looking very attractive in terms of finances, in terms of your physicality, in terms of how you present yourself. You have grown and people are impressed, and you have somebody coming in here with an ace. Two aces in this reading, three aces, two aces of rods, and that's why I'm gonna have to say, if you're dealing with a Pisces, you showed up in their reading with both of these cards, actually. Both of these cards showed up in their reading. And so did both of these cards. And this one. A lot of good stuff. A lot of beginning energy. So if you're dealing with a Pisces, communication is coming, I think. Or if you're dealing, again, it doesn't have to be a Pisces, like, per se, but it doesn't have to be Pisces sun, but somebody that even feels that way. If you listen to that reading and resonate with it, it might be the other half to this, because this is, and you and Pisces have been in this weird dance, I feel like, randomly over the past 6 months or so, where your readings kind of coincide, and it's really, yeah. Knight of Cups comes up again. If you foster what makes you truly happy internally, and you know emotionally what your truth is, who makes you feel that way, what's going to make you feel that way in terms of a relationship, who your dream person is, it feels like it's coming in this month in very unexpected ways, what you've been wishing for, what you've been wanting. It's almost like when you wish upon a star and want love, you know. We're also seeing, again, a lot of doubles, which in turn, that, again, mirrors your internal planes here, your psychic planes, your more esoteric planes versus the outside world. The more you go within and foster these things within you, the more you're bringing it into your external world. Okay, so let's see. You have to be very discerning, though, I think, in the situation, again, and communicate in a discerning and, I don't know, above it all way, because, again, there's a lot of weird energy this month here. So, again, do that. Anything else that wants to come out here? I don't think so. We're going to take it. Anything else that we need to know about where we're going to be in terms of this situation that's coming in here, what this really offers, maybe who this really offers here. And you have to, again, really look at the relationships in your life and what is collecting dust, what is something that is worn out, it's welcome, that is no longer providing anything for you in terms of love and relationship. What attachments are this? You're gonna have to let them go, and also release any fear. If you're fearing rejection, if you're fearing the path forward and what it may ask you to do, what you may lose, let it go. Because Nine of Cups is there twice. Two aces, Wheel of Fortune. You have positive things, and you can't allow these things to get you down, but you also have to be willing to put in the work and show a little bit of effort. There it is. For those of you asking, where does this situation take me? Do I go for it? Do I not go for it? What does this offer me? Where is this all going? Two of Cups will present itself, and it will make sense when it does. And you will figure out who the right choice is, what the right choice is. But you have to go within and really work through some stuff here. Who's healthy for you, who's not healthy for you, who's right for you, who's not. And you can only know that, it feels like, intrinsically with your higher self. So let's pull some cards. Some oracles here. I'm going to actually start with a Lindsay Andrews deck card for Taurus for love for February 2020. Why am I... Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Mystery. A shaman can teach you about power. A magician can train you to become strong in spirit and competent in your endeavors in life. But to describe how a miracle happens or how you come to be a powerful magician is to try to explain the mystery. You can talk around the secrets of power, but if you describe them directly, you lose that power and you destroy the mystery. Welcome the mystery and allow the miracle of existence to emerge from the darkness to transform you. There's mystery here about how we get from point A to point B, and I think that you're not going to figure it out, and I think that you guys need to just accept that. Just accept it. Uranus is in your sign, it's knocking around, and it's doing whatever the hell it wants, and everything is a mystery, and you just have to follow this internal compass that you've got right now. Okay, oh my God, engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Some of you might be getting engaged. Some of you might be, again, entering big relationships. Somebody might be telling you they love you or have feelings for you. Something is moving to a higher level of commitment. Something in your life is ascending and getting to that next level. You know, the truth is going to present itself. You will see a situation, and it's going to ask you to really heal some wounds that force you to stay stuck in the box that you're in here, Taurus. Don't ignore the feeling of this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. And again, there's mysteries to this. And if it's resonating and you want insight for your specific situation, because it is general, reach out to me for a private. This card also came out, and I just wanted to finish it up with this card. It's called Innocence. A boat that can represent your voyage toward the islands of higher consciousness. The boat is made from your treasured innocence. We are all born wild and innocent, like a blue heron. To live in civilization at a very young age, we become like sheep trying to fit in with the crowd. To maintain your receptive innocence is to listen to your own inner voice. Know that the powers of the universe are within you. You have to listen to your inner voice here. Okay. So Taurus, I hope you enjoyed your messages. Let me know how it resonates in the comments. I always read all your comments. Thank you again for all of your support. Make sure to subscribe. Check out your monthlies. Definitely check out the yearlies. And if you want to book a year ahead reading, guys, I'm only offering them up until February 15th. And I'm only offering, I don't know how many readings I'll be able to take in March, so take advantage of this month. I am getting surgery in March, and I'll have more about that in my other videos as we approach that date. But so yeah, make sure to book a reading if you're looking forward to, or if you're looking for one right now. And have a wonderful and blessed February, guys. Namaste.